Welcome to the dealer training presentation by HearthCo. This is video number 08. It has to do with custom length mantles and surrounds by HearthCo. My name is Skip Bales. I'm the general manager of HearthCo, and I will be making this presentation for you today. Now, custom length surrounds. All right, a custom length surround, at some point we started having a need for longer solutions. The linears came out and we needed to go beyond 43 inches. And people wanted quite long surrounds. They wanted, for a variety of reasons, to be able to get them in a custom size. To the best of my knowledge, we're the only company that is able to deliver custom length surrounds where the cap can be ordered 86.5 inches, and that gives them the exact A dimension they want, the C dimension they want, and works perfectly for the area that they have to choose from. The way we do that is we are able to adjust the mold. Now, we can't make it taller or deeper or not so deep, or we can't put a curlicue in it, we can't make it round, but we can make it to custom length. And that's the most important thing. So when it says 290, that means it can go up to 90 inches long. That means you can order it 86 and a half, 74, 82, anything you want up to 90 inches. There's no change in price to order the custom length. So here's a real nice drawing that shows a lot of things. First thing you see, it says adjustable 90-inch max. We're trying to get rid of the term adjustable altogether. The customers had the feeling they could adjust it after they got it, and that doesn't work that way. It's the mold that is adjustable. It's actually a custom length. They can order it in custom lengths because we can adjust the mold. So there's a lot of things on this picture that I want to show you. To start at the top, the C dimension can be ordered at any length that you want. Now remember, I said there's a relationship between the A and the C. It's very simple to figure one from the other. People make it too complicated. They think they need to know the amount of taper and the width of the leg and all kinds of things. In a minute, I'm going to show you that that's not true. All you need to know is the relationship between these two, because when one changes by an inch, the other changes by an inch. So if it's 90 inches long and you make it 89 inches long, the legs scoot together 1 inch. So instead of 61.5 inches, they're going to be 60.5. You don't have to figure anything. All you have to be able to do is say, I'm going to subtract so many inches from the top. That'll subtract so many inches from the middle, because those legs are going to scoot together. But look at all the things you can see on this drawing. It's pretty nice. You see the cap, then you see the lintel. Now the lintel in this particular one has an inlay tray. When you order one of the surrounds with an inlay tray, it includes your choice of the fillers that you can put in there. So you can get any of the 6-inch inlays with the Castella. The Castella itself as an individual named product has gone away. It still exists, but it's one of the Goleta interchangeables. You can get that Goleta top, which is what the Castella is. The Castella is a Goleta with Castella legs. So now you can order that Goleta top with a variety. There's 16, I believe it is, different sets of legs you can get with the Goleta. And they don't have names anymore. It's the Goleta series with an L120 leg or an L200 or whatever it might be. But one of those leg choices would be that Castella leg. So now your Castella leg, it shows you at the top that fancy little capital. And if you look to the right, you can pretty much see in the line drawing that that capital is not, there's no break point there. It's not a separate piece. So that means the break point must be at the bottom, and that plinth block must be a separate piece. Another way you can tell, the plinth block is not very tall. And remember, we wouldn't want you to change the design. So if you cut some of that plinth block off, you'd ruin the design. So that's how you know that the plinth block is a separate piece from the leg, and you're going to cut the leg off to get the height that you want. And there's pictures of your fillers in there. So all in all, this is a good slide. All right. Now this explains what I just touched on. Let's suppose that you didn't want the cap to be 90 inches long. One thing I want to tell you about anything over 86 inches, and this is important, lift gates on the delivery trucks are only 85 to 86 inches. So when you exceed 85 inches, you better be there with a forklift to unload the truck, because they can't get it on the lift gate. They put it in lengthwise, and they can't unload it with a lift gate. You have to have a forklift to unload anything, figure anything above 85 to be safe. So let's say that you want your cap to be 80 inches long, and you want to know how far apart the legs would be. Well, if you look at the drawing, if the cap is 90 inches, the legs are 61 and a half. So you're going to make it 10 inches shorter. So you're going to make it 80, okay? So the legs are going to be 10 inches closer together. You subtract 10 from 61 and a half, you get 51 and a half. The bottom dimension works it the other way around. Let's suppose that you don't know how long you want the cap, but you know you want the legs to be 48 and a half inches apart, okay? You subtract 48 and a half from 61 and a half, you get 13 inches. So that means you need to order the cap 13 inches shorter. So if you want the legs to be 48 and a half inches apart, you want a 77-inch cap. Always supply one dimension or the other, and it's safest to supply the cap length. If you say, I want the Costella or the Goleta L100 or whatever it is, and I want it to be 77 inches, you can know that the legs will be 48 and a half apart. Okay. These are semi-custom solutions. They're not custom. So what's the difference between custom and custom length? Custom length is we can change the length, but can we change the design a little bit? Could we put an arch in it? And the answer in almost every case is we cannot. So you need to know that if they want something that's truly to match a picture or truly custom, we have over 300 models to pick from. If there's nothing in there that works for them, they probably need to go to a custom shop.